What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports Weekend Edition. Tonight on the show, we're going to start things off with a sit-down interview with GNOC President Rick Bloss to get an update on our athletes and the 2021 Tokyo Olympic Games. We'll also get the results from the round 2 of the drifting series and hear from 7-year-old football player Kymani Concepcion. She was looking forward to this year's football season. It's canceled, so we'll bring you that story. The 2021 Olympic Games are scheduled to run from July 2021 through August of 2021 in Tokyo, Japan. Athletes around the world are trying to get back into their training regimens as restrictions limit what they can do. The GNOC remains in contact with the IOC to keep local sports federations updated with next year's games.
Well, since the start of the pandemic, as early mid-March, the IOC has been in contact with us. They've practically been in touch with most of the National Olympic Committees, which is 206 member country. So we've been getting our update. We're still on track to go to Tokyo, though there are many challenges that are before us, but I think the greater challenge is with the IOC and the organizing committee. Every venue that was proposed by the Tokyo Organizing Committee are all ready to go. So had the Olympic Games started 2 weeks ago, everything would have been on track. So now it's just a matter of waiting out COVID-19. Hopefully the antidote for the virus comes to play, reduce the impact to all of us, and hopefully we have safe games.
The GNOC is waiting for clearance from the international side to find out where the last Olympic qualifiers will be held. The committee is also waiting to hear about the conditions and the repositioning of slots.
There's a good chance that Guam's numbers might also increase, but we wouldn't know that until such time that the qualifiers are actually held. So looking at our numbers, we're still on track with weightlifting, wrestling, judo, swimming, athletics, cycling, taekwondo, and karate. And, there are anywhere between 1 to 2 slots available. Unfortunately, athletics have changed their positioning where it's either one or the other, where they used to have 1 male and 1 female. Now it's the best athlete that would go to the Olympic Games. And that's just to reduce the number of participants at the Olympic Games.
Bloss says the reality is anyone going to the Olympic Games needs to bring their A game and expect to compete at the highest level. National federations need to keep tabs on their athletes and provide them with the necessary information moving forward.
At this point, deadlines, the critical pathways are very important for all the national federations to clearly understand that protocol and engage with the international side. Our role as the Olympic Committee is really to ensure that they're carrying out and executing their duties and responsibilities. All we're doing now is making sure that the athletes are prepared. Where Mike and I are preparing the Fukuoka training camp, we've been meeting with them continuously. Our last update was over a week ago, just trying to find out what are the conditions if we wanted to move the athletes, and not just the Guam athletes now, possibly 15 other Olympic committees in Oceania, to move them to Fukuoka for at least 6 months, keep them isolated, keep them safeguarded, but having that level of training programs that are going to be provided for by Fukuoka. And those are the things that are currently in discussion. But even though we move those athletes to Fukuoka, they still must qualify to Tokyo. So trying to give them the opportunity to advance themselves, having more training partners, a higher level of coaches only enhances their opportunity.
Rex DeSeo finished in the top spot in round 2 of the Pro-Line Drift Championships. DeSeo put his Cadillac CTS-V to the test in a stacked class. Carl Dumasig placed second in the competition, followed by John Respicio. Respicio placed first for best solo run out of 3 with 240 points. Carl Dumasig finished 8 points behind with 282. Alex Greener took third in the qualifying results with 231 points in his supercharged G35. Shout out to Upshift Napa Auto Parts, Valvoline, and Monster Energy Drink for making the event happen. Other event sponsors include Fastenal, Hoffaday Signs, Digital Kitchen, and Jones Media for the footage, and Randy Malikdem for the photos.
Hoffaday Guam, my name is Kymani Concepcion. I'm 7 years old. I'm from the village of Zonya. I like to play sports because it's fun. I like to be around my friends and teammates.
Kaimani played football for the House Angels in the Mandikiki division last season. She was the quarterback and scored 8 touchdowns.
As a QB, she wanted to make the calls. Like, Daddy, this play will do great. And I'll look at it. I'll be like, I don't think so. But she's very determined. Like, no, this play's going to work. And when she calls the plays in the huddle, it works.
The 2020 GNYFF season was canceled due to the coronavirus. Kaimani's mom broke the bad news after the league made the decision. This year would have been the first year she would have put pads on, moving up to the Munha division.
When my mom told me there is no football, I felt sad. I was really mad at COVID because it ruined my football season.
Kaimani plays 4 sports. She played baseball for the Jotnya Redhawks and Barragata Crusaders. When it's soccer season, she's sporting blue and green with the ASC Islanders. Kaimani even wrestled for a short time with the Snake Pit Wrestling Academy.
So at home, she'd kick the ball around for soccer, or her and her brother would play catch with the football. But the most that she'd love to do is practice her wrestling moves and teach her brother what to do on the mats.
The incoming second grader at MU Lujan has dreams of becoming a professional athlete and teacher.
We made a deal, so you know about the scholarships, you got to have a good grade. So I tell her that every season, if you have a good grade, you can join a season. She's been joining multiple sports every year, so it pretty much gives her a good boost to be like A honor, B honor.
We always tell her you don't have to be the best. You just have to try your best every day. Not to compare herself to anyone else because she's unique in her own way. She can do whatever she puts her mind to.